What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're actually talking Black Ops 7 Zombies, as I think there's some things you can do to prepare for the new game, Black Ops 7, with the time we have left with this game. Now, we're just over a week away from the Season 5, the grand finale, the final chapter of Black Ops 6 Zombies. And then after that point, probably a month or so after that, it might be the most dead point in the game we'll have for the entirety of the year. People will just be looking forward to the next chapter, what Black Ops 7 has to offer. And at this point, it is already confirmed that zombies will be returning with round-based. Hopefully, even open world will take place with Outbreak 2. We really don't know what to expect. But what I am going to be sharing with you today is 100% going to be based on leaks. So there is a possibility that it doesn't end up being true. But if it does end up being true, it could dramatically increase the experience that you have even on day one in Black Ops 7. So the thing we're going to be talking about and focusing on today is going to be carry forward. Now, in case you guys are wondering what that might mean, is essentially everything that you currently have unlocked, whether it's weapons, camos, potentially augments. I mean, we don't know exactly what it will entail in full until it happens or gets confirmed, will be going into Black Ops 7. There is even rumors said to be within zombies that this will take place even with the maps. So starting out on day one, you would have Liberty, Citadel, the Tomb, Terminus, Shattered Veil, and the last and final map, all available within Black Ops 7. For some people, that sounds like a huge turnoff. As far as the mystery box is concerned, that would be very inflated with weapons. But let's just be hypothetical here and assume that that is going to happen in full. Let's assume that your Gobblegums, your camos, the weapons, your operators, everything that you've unlocked in Black Ops 6 will be going into Black Ops 7. And the main reason for that is because if this does end up being true, you can actually set yourself up, have a ton of Gobblegums going into day one. Now, it doesn't matter if you plan on getting this on launch or later, because if it carry forward, basically you could farm this on day one in Black Ops 6 and prepare yourself for Christmas time if it takes you a little bit of time to acquire the game, and you would still be taking advantage of the system. What I would advocate for you to do, especially if you're somebody that's looking for something to do within the game, is to actually take advantage of trying to acquire as many Gobblegums as possible with the time you have left in Black Ops 6. And there is some cool ways to do that. Now, shout out to Donuts, because he made a very in-depth video breaking down how the Gobblegums actually work in Black Ops 6 Zombies. I will leave a pinned comment down below with a link to that video. Definitely check it out if you guys are looking for the more thorough breakdown. But essentially, what his findings were was that it is a time-based system. Roughly every 25 minutes or so within the game, as long as you have flipped around, you should receive a potential 1 to 3 Gobblegums as you normally do. Then it would be another 25 minutes of time passed, where another round might flip. Essentially, they only reward you at the start of a round, so if you're in between rounds when that 25 minutes hits, you won't get it until the next round starts, if that makes sense. Now, I actually dove into a couple matches myself, ran the Rampage Inducer, and I found that his information was pretty spot on. It did seem like it didn't matter what round I was on, but I did focus more on the time, and at that 25-minute period, I did get a reward for the Gobblegum, which put me about at round 26. So realistically, if you're hitting round 26, you're seeing that Gobblegum reward pop up, you can then exfil at that point, and you will get the most out of your time as far as rewards for Gobblegum. When it gets to the later rounds, obviously the more time is spent at each individual round, there is a potential to have overlap where you're not earning your Gobblegum at that 25-minute mark. You might have spent 10 minutes in that round, getting it maybe somewhere along 34 minutes because it takes you that much time to actually flip. So in order to be the most efficient on your Gobblegum farming, essentially getting the most Gobblegums for your time spent, I would recommend jumping in, playing until you see that Gobblegum reward pop up around that 25-minute mark, roughly around round 26, where you can then exfil or just quit or get yourself eliminated, whatever works best for you, depending on how you play the game, and you'll be able to maximize your Gobblegums earned. Now, if carry forward does end up being the case with Black Ops 7, it is pretty much, in my experience, guaranteed that the Gobblegums will go with it. I would think also because they're selling them in the pack that they're in, and just the overall, I guess, experience that I'm anticipating with Black Ops 7 leads me to believe that this is 100% a realistic possibility. Now, when we started Black Ops 6, we had absolutely zero Gobblegums. You had to play throughout the year, maybe maximized on your double Gobblegum weekends. Maybe you've just played a ton and you've earned a ton. For me personally, I don't have a lot of the Ultras, and I think those are obviously the most valuable. But imagine you farmed for like the next 3 months whenever you have downtime or you just do a few runs a day. giving yourself more opportunities to get those ultras. And then you go into Black Ops 7 and everything does indeed carry over, and you're starting with like 30 plus of every ultra, 20 plus of every ultra. And even in some cases, having just 10 perkaholics on day one would be pretty exciting. Being able to jump in on day one to the brand new maps of Black Ops 7, being able to open doors. I mean, it's still possible shopping free becomes a Gobblegum during Black Ops 6. Likely, I think they're going to release it down the line in Black Ops 7 just because of the power behind it, but I think you guys are understanding what I'm getting at. The more powerful Gobblegums, the more rare ones to get are the ones that you're going to want to save up. That way, if this system does end up being true, which I think it has a higher chance of being true than not at this point, just based on BO6 and BO7 combined are supposed to be one full experience. I think if you're planning on playing Black Ops 7, you'd be absolutely insane not to take what time you have left with this game, as long as you're enjoying it. And again, you're planning on playing the next iteration of zombies to farm as many Gobblegums as possible. Again, if you guys want a more in-depth breakdown of how to farm them, make sure to check out Donut's video because he goes through all of the things that he tested, how he came to the conclusion that he did. And again, with my further testing or just doing exactly what he said his results were, I was finding out the exact same thing. If there's a point in the next few months that they do double Gobblegums, you'll really want to drive it home during that time because you'll be getting them every 12 minutes instead of every 25 minutes, meaning that going to 26 should actually hypothetically give you double the amount of opportunities to earn Gobblegums. And there isn't any guarantee on what type of rarity you're going to get based on playtime. The further you go in rounds, you will still earn them every 25 minutes, but again, it might be a little bit more offset. You may end up earning way less given the amount of time that you're spending. But I absolutely think the best way to maximize Gobblegums is to just hit round 26 or just past that 25-minute period. Make sure you leave your match, take what you can get, restart the match, and continue going forward. Do this for the entirety of the time that you have nothing else to do. For the next 10 days or however many days we have left until Season 5, take advantage of farming Gobblegums. Once you're done doing everything that you feel like you need to do in Black Ops 6 Zombies and you're just finding yourself ready to go into Black Ops 7, jump into some matches. Do like 3 or 4 a day. Spend a couple hours. It's like 26 minutes, 25 minutes for 26 rounds, depending on how your strategy works out. You can essentially do multiple rounds per hour. Maybe you do 4 or 5. You spend 2 hours in the game, and then you can go on with the rest of your day, having farmed up some Gobblegums way ahead of the release of the new game. Now, if you're actually somebody who's already sitting on a ton of Gobblegums, I know for myself, anything outside of the ultras, I likely have more than 50 plus. I'm probably not super concerned about how many I use between now and the end of the game, but maybe watching this video may determine how you choose to use your ultras in the future. Maybe you're considering saving more for Black Ops 7 because you're for the most part done with Black Ops 6. Or maybe you don't find that you need them that much in this game, but you would like to have them for the next game. You might totally change the way that you play over the next few months after learning this information. But I do have to say, just the idea of carry forward being possible, even if it was a 50-50 chance, this could be something worth your time, just depending on how you choose to play the game, what you choose as the value for your Gobblegums, and maybe what your plans are going into Black Ops 7. But I figured I would put this video together today, help paint a more clear picture of the possibility of this just being an option going forward, carrying forward, and having access to these Gobblegums in Black Ops 7. Because I was looking at mine today and I was like, you know what? Going into the new game, having at least 30 of these each in the Ultra category would be absolutely amazing. It'd be nice for Easter egg hunts, be nice for when I'm getting together to do stuff with the squad. Typically, that's the only time I use my Ultras anyway. Who knows what sort of LTMs we'll have. Maybe there'll be reasons to use Gobblegum similar to the starting room. I think there's just a lot of fun to be had going into the brand new game. And there's a very rare opportunity here where it's almost guaranteed stuff is going to likely carry into the new game. So a lot of the time you get to the later part of the game, you find less reasons to actually play. This might give you at least some incentive to play the game continuously, even during the dead times in the coming month. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely looking to jump into Black Ops 7 with the most Gobblegums available to me without having to spend any real money or having to start the grind all over. But that's going to wrap things up for us here. Hopefully this information going into the new game will help you guys. Maybe you guys will take some of this advice, start farming some Gobblegums now. This leak or carry forward will end up being true. You guys will come back to this video saying, you were right, and I'm so glad you told me to farm Gobblegums when I had nothing else going on, and now I can have even more fun in the upcoming game. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!